Hey there, soul shines. It's Michelle here, and Michelle the Miracle Maker to wake up and live. There's the light. It was taking forever to come on. Last night I went to a class. It was pretty awesome. I wasn't sure what to expect going to the class, but I felt like I was supposed to be there, so I went. And I learned a couple of things that I really, really loved. Right up my alley, aligning with who we are, and so that we can be who we are. So that I'm feeling called to talk to you about is the idea of calling and purpose. So we go through life looking for our purpose, and we're feeling called to do something. What if your only purpose was to experience life? And what if that calling was just your soul saying, I want to experience this. I want to live this way. This is what I want to experience. That's what the call is. Even if you're feeling called to serve somebody, your soul is saying, oh, I want to give in this way. This is what I want to experience from life. And so it comes as this calling that you feel from outside of you, but it's really your soul saying, hey, let's do this. Well, I guess I can call from inside of me as well. It's almost a push, like, gotta do this. But it's really just about experiencing life to the fullest. But how do we do that? I mean, like, how do we know what we want to experience? So there's a couple of things here. First, let's talk about your feelings. When you feel peace, amazing, full of light, joy, those amazing, yummy, positive feelings, you want to experience more of it. You feel those feelings because your soul is saying, yes, this is what I want to experience. This is what I want to experience in life. And so you feel those amazing high vibration, positive feelings. When you're feeling things that are heavy, or you feel angry or frustrated, or you feel like you're just fighting to do it, that is your soul saying, nope, I don't want to experience this. This does not bring me joy. In my book of scriptures that I grew up with, we have a verse that says, men are that they might have joy. Like, our whole purpose in life is to experience joy. So for some people, they follow the joy. That's like, will this bring me joy? And for other people, it's follow the peace. Does this bring me peace? For me, it's more about light. What makes me feel light? Light as in, like, I'm not heavy, and light as in I'm bright. What makes me feel light? That is what I choose to follow. And so, which to me then encompasses all kinds of emotions. But what makes me feel light? And so peace, love, joy, light, these are the kind of words that you want to follow. And if it feels that way, do more of it. And if it feels heavy, don't do it. Now before I continue on with my little tip for how to get aligned, let's also talk about happiness. If happiness is aligned with joy, then it will just all be positive. It'll just be amazing, and totally follow that. But there's a lot of times when something, we think it brings us happiness. It's that in the moment thrill kind of thing. And so some people get caught up in following that. Notice when you get that kind of feeling, that kind of excited, happy, that's like in the moment, almost a thrill to be bad kind of a feeling. If you're feeling any of that, notice if there's something kind of underneath it. Is there a fear underneath it, and you're doing it because with this fear underneath it, or there's some kind of sense of guilt underneath it, or spite. If you have any kind of negative feeling with your excitement or happiness or that kind of thing, and you know that happiness is fleeting, that is not the experience I'm talking about following. I'm talking about following that incredible, peaceful, joyful, amazing feeling. That's why I think my friend says follow the peace instead of follow the joy, is because a lot of people get caught up in oh, this makes me feel happy, and which has this underlying other things going under, but it feels good in that moment. But you also still have this nagging thing. I'm going to regret this. Versus joy, which has none of that. There is no ever idea that you could ever regret what you're doing. It just feels amazing. So be careful with that, which I think is why my friend says follow your peace. So let's give you an idea of what it feels like and then how to use it. Okay. So we're first going to step into how it feels for you, what your peace, your light, your joy. For me, the word that I can label it is full, but it's full of peace, light, calm, joy. It's just an incredible feeling. Okay, so I want you to place your hand over your heart and take a few deep breaths. And as you breathe in and breathe out, relax different parts of your body. Notice where it's tense and relax it. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, now that you're feeling relaxed, think about, keep your eyes closed, think about something or someone that you appreciate. And now think about someone or something that you're grateful for. Now think about something or someone that you have compassion for. And now think about someone or something that you love. And notice how you feel. And go ahead and type in the comments what it is that you feel. What is your word for that? And there is no right or wrong answer. What is your word for that feeling? And then from this place, ask questions. What is my next step? Set an intention. One of my intentions is I want clients to flock to me. And so last night I practiced this. I did this experience and I said, what is the next step? I had this intention. What would it feel like? And what would it be like to experience clients flocking to me? And then I did the thing to get into that place. And then I asked, what's the next step to make this a reality? And I felt very strongly it was time to write gratitude about my clients. So I wrote the gratitude about my clients. I had no clue what was going to happen. And you do that. You take the action with this place of being okay. If it's amazing if something positive happens from this, it's amazing if something negative happens to it. I'm just taking this step because I felt like I was supposed to take this step, and I'm going to take this step. And whatever happens is okay. So you come from that place and you just take that step. And so for me, it was writing my gratitude about my clients. And so I did that. And I am amazed. I had no clue what would happen when I did it. I just was like, okay, that's my next step. And so I did it. What happened is I got my why. Why I work with people and why I work with the people that I do. My why. And my why is amazing because my why benefits me and my why benefits them. And it's just incredible. And I only got that because I followed that step to write out my gratitude. And sometimes your steps don't make sense. And sometimes you can't do your step right when you ask it. So if you can't, then you take a step by scheduling it in your planner. So I actually scheduled this appointment to do YouTube video for myself. I had a client and I was like, okay, as soon as I'm off for my client, that's when I do it. And I put it in my calendar. I'm doing my YouTube video as soon as I'm off that session with my client. here I am doing it. And my next step for some other things in my business I have to do later. Some of them I put as a task and some of them I've scheduled as events. But that was my step to get me to my next step. So I still took a step, and that's important that you take a step. If you can't act on your prompting, your answer right then schedule in when you're going to answer or do that prompting. One of mine I scheduled for tomorrow. Some of them I scheduled for today. It's just how it is. And it's not just about business, it's about life. I can ask that, like, my intention is to meet the guy that I'm going to eventually marry. Like, I can tune in, I can get into that place with this intention that I'm going to meet him. And just imagine, what would it feel like to meet him? And that's kind of exciting. There's a little bit of fear there, like, oh my gosh, like, really, I could meet him? Whoa. But that's exciting. And then ask myself, what would the next step be? And the thoughts that I'm having right now is continue to listen to your manifesting. I've done a manifesting with him. I put his stuff up there. There's things about us dancing together, and just really cool up on my creation board. And so I can ask the next steps. And sometimes the next step may be that I need to do a healing. Sometimes it's listening to my thing, which I'm continuing to do. Sometimes it's going to be you need to go to a specific place. Now, if I go to that place expecting I'm going to meet him, I may be disappointed. I put an expectation on that outcome. I'm going to take that step to go there, knowing that it's just a step. And it may just be a step on the way, but it may not be the actual meeting him. So I'm going to go to that place, and maybe I'll meet somebody that knows him, or maybe I'll get a ticket to something where he'll be at, or maybe just the fact that I acted on it, my soul said, okay, you're actually going to do this. If I give you things, you're going to do this. And so it is more willing to give me another one. So maybe it was just a tester step to see if you would really follow through. So don't put any expectations on your step. Just be like, okay, I got a step. I'm going to go. Don't know what's going to happen. And that's okay. And take the step forward. And then receive whatever feelings. How do you feel about taking that step? It's pretty exciting to get on here and do my video. And know that I scheduled it. That was like, I followed through. I kept my commitment to myself. Yay, go me. How do you feel about it? And either express it out to somebody like I'm doing here, write it down, record those kind of things, because the more you record it and acknowledge the process, the more it will happen again. And then you start again. I did that step and I feel amazing. Now what's the next step? What is the next step? And every time you're not feeling that sense of fullness or light or peace or joy, whatever your feeling is, do that thing again. Think about something that you appreciate. Think about something or someone, all 4 of these, something or someone. So there's 4 steps. Something or someone you appreciate. Something or someone you are grateful for. Something or someone you have compassion on or for, in which you feel compassion. And something or someone that you love. And I'm going to tell you mine from last night and how they changed today. So last night, my appreciate is my grandbaby. I appreciate her smiles, her happiness. When I sing a particular song, she just lights up, and I really appreciate that. My gratitude, I'm so grateful for my intuitive gifts and my ability to help people heal, both myself and others. I am so grateful for that. And compassion. Last night, my compassion was for my mom. I feel a lot of compassion for her. I was able to open up to a new understanding of where she's coming from in life, and that has allowed me to step in a greater compassion for her. Just now, as I was doing it with you guys, I thought of our dog and some things he's going through and the compassion I feel for my poor little dog. And then our love. The love is always the same one. And I was so excited last night when it came up. Because the person that I love the most is me. I was so excited to have it be me that I loved. I was like, oh, that's so yummy. I worked so hard to love myself. So for that to be a thing that, no, I love myself is amazing. And so I just wanted to share those. Appreciate, gratitude, compassion, and love. And then what you're doing is you have these thoughts, and your thoughts are one way, and your heart is one way, and your heart wants to feel something, and your brain's going, that's not possible, or yeah, that's totally possible, let's do it. But sometimes it's not aligned. Like your brain's over here going, and your heart's going, and they're not aligned, right? And so, and then you have your soul that wants to feel and experience certain things. And when you're all scattered like this, it's not aligned. So when you're doing this, you're getting into an aligned space because you were thinking about something you love. You're feeling that feeling, and your soul's going, yes. And so you just kind of bring yourself into alignment by thinking about something and feeling it, and then expressing it by being it. That's what your soul does. Your soul expresses. And it's amazing. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you absolutely love this. I love this. I learned it last night and I was just like, so much easier, so much better than the other ways I've had to connect. It's a way that I can see people who struggle with visualization could be able to connect. And it's a way to bring in the mind and the heart and get them into one. And I love it. Remember, everybody, your soul wants to experience life. Your soul wants to shine. So let your soul shine. Let it shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Experience life and be the you that you were created to be. And I will see you guys next time. Waiting for the thingy.